4 theme parks, hundreds of food locations, and thousands of potential snacks to try. Which ones do you need to prioritize above everything else? We got the best Disney World snacks right here for you today on DFV Guide. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog, and today's video is about as easy to follow as they get. We got 4 parks. We're going to be talking about the best snacks you can find in each of the lands in those 4 parks. That way, no matter where you are inside Disney World, you're going to know there's a good snack to try right around every corner, and you're not going to waste your money on bad snacks. Now, we're at least going to mention 1 or 2 snack options per land, but keep in mind that there are so many snacks in every area of every park. So if you want to learn about them all, from honest DFB reporter reviews to colorful pictures to snack maps to Disney dining plan snack eligible options and more, be sure to check out our DFB snack guides over on the dfbstore.com website. They are so beautiful, so incredibly detailed, tons of information, very easy to read, and we're gonna save you so much money. Okay, let's dive into the best snacks in every Disney World park. Starting, of course, in Magic Kingdom, the OG Disney World park. If you wanna fall in love with Disney World snacks, you just gotta take a bite or two around Magic Kingdom and you're gonna understand what all the fuss is about if you go to the right places. Let's start in Main Street, USA. I know it's easy to just make a beeline for the castle or for the first ride you want to get to, but this little street has a lot of really good snack stops too. First up, we got Main Street Confectionery. This is a colorful place with lots of little snack pockets ranging from the customizable Kernel Kitchen, where you can design your own popcorn, to the bakery display cases, to Goofy's Glaciers, those are those slushies, to even the packaged treats on the walls, because sometimes the only thing you really want is a pack of Disney sour cherry balls, right, Bria? She typed yes in the script, but I already knew she was going to agree with me on that one. But saying that you should buy a confection at the confectionery doesn't really help you narrow down the snacks here. So what would I really prioritize beyond the sour cherry balls, since you can for sure get those sour cherry balls a whole lot of other places around Disney? Well, I probably prefer all the cookies here above everything else. The peanut butter cookie pie with M&M's peanut butter chocolate candies and all that chocolate fudge is my go-to. It's peanut butter on peanut butter on peanut butter with a little bit of chocolate, and it's thick and sweet and will make you crave a tall glass of milk in the best way possible. And just to keep the sweet treat train going, don't worry, savory snacks are coming up too. I'm not going to leave you out today. Let's go a little further down Main Street, USA and pick up one of those ice cream sundaes from the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor. The Plaza keeps things pretty simple with classic brownie or hot fudge sundaes or a seasonal sundae option. Sometimes there's a pumpkin sundae, sometimes there's a peppermint sundae. But that all-American sundae is the one that calls my name more often than not. It's just classic old-fashioned vanilla and chocolate ice cream with hot fudge, peanut butter drizzle. Are we sensing a theme here, my friends? Yes. Whipped cream and a cherry on top. I like the All-American Sundae so much that I added it as an option for our downloadable snack map wallpapers. Now, have you not heard about our snack map wallpapers yet? Because these are really fun, and I might be biased, but I hope you think they're cool too. We have free downloadable snack maps right now that you can make into your smartphone's wallpaper to help you track down some of the best Disney World snacks of all time without having to go scroll and find it on your phone, right? And best of all, each of the snacks featured on these wallpapers is going to cost you under $10. So go ahead and grab those free wallpapers as a gift from me to you by scanning the QR code you see on the screen or by clicking on the link in the description for disneyfoodblog.com/under10 after this. We are going to turn left at the end of Main Street and head to Adventureland. Now, I promised my savory snack-loving friends out there that they weren't going to be left out today, so I think it's only fair to talk about the savory spring rolls that are technically not inside Adventureland, but are so close to its front entrance that we basically say they're from Adventureland. Anyway, the Adventureland spring roll cart is super easy to walk right past on your way to the Adventureland area because you're following those drums and you're running to get in line for Jungle Cruise or Pirates, but you're gonna see this little snack cart on your right-hand side, and it's gonna sell 2 different savory spring roll options. Sometimes it's gonna have a really long line too. That's another way to identify it. One of my favorite options is the cheeseburger stuffed variety, and the other one is usually a wild wild card option that could range from pepperoni and cheese, which is actually my secret favorite, to buffalo chicken, to Reuben, and whatever seasonal offering they want to come up with for whatever they're trying to sell those days. But I can't think about Adventureland without talking about Dole Whips too. Now, it's definitely a Disney World rite of passage. Adventureland has 2 Dole Whip locations for you to choose from, Sunshine Tree Terrace and Aloha Isle. While there's no right or wrong answer for where to get your Dole Whip, I'm Team Aloha Isle because this is where you can get the classic pineapple Dole Whip float or a pineapple upside down cake that's topped with pineapple Dole Whip. Now, there's also lots of really great float options here, and over at Sunshine Tree Terrace, you can get different flavors too. So definitely check out flavor options, float options. As LeVar Burton says in Reading Rainbow, don't take my word for it. Definitely check out the menus when you're there and see what's singing to you. Now, Frontierland is next, and Frontierland doesn't have a whole lot of snacking going on. But then again, Frontierland's just a big old construction hot mess at the moment, with all that Piston Peak and Disney Villains area expansion happening and the Big Thunder Mountain revamp getting all wrapped up. But I will say, if you want to hit up a severely underrated snack window while you are in these parts, head over to Westward Ho. This has some really surprisingly interesting snacks, like the candied bacon skewer, the jalapeno poppers, and the corn dog nuggets. And if you want a solid breakfast option before or after you ride on Tiana's Bayou Adventure, there is this new cinnamon roll at Westward Ho that I've absolutely fallen head over heels for. It's a Mickey-shaped bacon pecan caramel cinnamon roll. And before you ask, yes, it is just as sweet and sticky and slightly salty as it sounds. So get those napkins. This is probably the best iteration of a Mickey cinnamon roll I have seen thus far. While the rest of them can be a little dry and kind of old and stale, this one's actually pretty good every day. Now, what about Pecos Bill Tall Tale Inn and Cafe, AJ? Well, side options and desserts come and go from this quick service menu all the time, but those queso fries that are on the menu now can really hit the spot. It's just Pecos Bill's signature chipotle queso sauce and a hearty scoop of pico de gallo on top of some crispy fries. Simple, savory, and satisfying. All right, let's mosey on over to Liberty Square. Do not underestimate the snacks available at Liberty Square because they are good and plentiful. Liberty Square is where you're going to find Sleepy Hollow's variety of loaded waffles. No matter what toppings you choose, whether it be the fruit and hazelnut spread variety or the berries and cream variety or the sweet and spicy chicken variety, you're going to get a large golden round waffle with a slightly crispy rim but a soft center that still has the structural integrity to hold all those different ingredients. And while I do love getting a quick lunch or dinner at Columbia Harbor House, I also like to come here to snack on this quick service's various sides and those dessert options too, because I sometimes find myself craving those more than the actual entrees themselves. Now, I can't pay Magic Kingdom a visit without ordering at least 1 or 2 or 4 baskets of the Hush Puppies here. And not everyone's going to be as impressed by these dudes as I am, especially if you're in an area that really specializes in the Hush Puppy department. Lucky you. But I will say these are the types of Hush Puppies that crunch when you bite into them, followed by a nice soft center that's slightly sweet thanks to the cornmeal and the little chunks of corn pieces too. Also, be on the lookout here for the New England clam chowder, the Boston cream pie dessert, and, whatever they have on the menu that suits your fancy, because Columbia Harbor House is a pretty reliable location. We tend to advise folks to go here all the time. And we're going to turn right past Liberty Square and the Haunted Mansion, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to go into Fantasyland. Now, if you've got a real sweet tooth that you need to satisfy, Fantasyland does not mess around when it comes to their sugary treats. Gaston's Tavern is a consistent favorite snack location over there in New Fantasyland, not just for me, but for the entire DFB team. I love when they agree with me. From the cookies and cream flavored gray stuff cupcake to the burnt sugar crackle across the creme brulee croissant to our reliable and massive favorite warm cinnamon roll, Gaston may be one bad dude, but this guy knows how to bake. And yes, those are the cinnamon rolls that were transferred over to Gaston's place from the Main Street Bakery back in 2012. So if you're wondering, again, why we didn't mention the Main Street Bakery, it's because the number one thing we loved there is now over here in Fantasyland. Now, you know what other unexpected Disney character is a surprisingly good baker? the Cheshire Cat. I know, who would know that he even had a kitchen? You head over to the Cheshire Cafe and you can order treats worthy of a tea party, like the Marianne birthday cupcake, which is a sprinkle-filled birthday cake flavored cupcake with tea-infused buttercream. Get it? Like the Mad Hatter's tea party. Or the Cheshire Cattail pastry, which is that twisted golden and flaky pastry with warm and gooey chocolate chips all throughout and pink and purple icing drizzled on top. These are definitely better if you get them warm, but I'll eat it cold too in a pinch. And this is also where you're going to find the Pepper Jack pretzel, which is a lot like a regular theme park stuffed pretzel with lots of thick and creamy pepper jack cheese inside. Now, these are the same stuffed pretzels you might be able to find at like a gas station, but I don't know. They are still really good. I'm not going to make a judgment just because, they're sold in multiple places. Heading over to Tomorrowland, if you're stuck between wanting to order a sugary float or an equally as sugary cold brew, good news! Anti-Gravity's Galactic Goodies is going to check all those boxes for you. Along with their various sundaes and specialty ice cream concoctions, Auntie here has some of the best cold brew floats. You can get your Joffrey's cold brew with a swirl of chocolate or vanilla ice cream, but if you want the best cold brew option here, you gotta take a chance on that salted caramel option, because for a second there, this combo of creamy, sweet, but not overly sweet Java had me believing I'm more of a coffee fan than I originally thought I was. So yeah, when you get your cold brew float here, have them put the salted caramel soft serve in there instead of anything else. By the way, Anti-Gravity's is one of the locations where Disney World is upgrading their standard Mickey Premium ice cream bars by dipping them in an additional layer of chocolate and sprinkling them with some sort of fun candy coating. The version at Anti-Gravity's is dipped in a red chocolate coating and then topped off with lots of white sprinkles. Does it taste super different from a regular Mickey bar? No. But is it more fun to look at with some extra texture in the mix? Sure. Keep your eyes open for these around the parks and resorts. Oh, extra little bonus on Anti-Gravity's, this is also where you're going to find a lot of seasonal stuff pop up for the various holidays. It's not truly a Disney World food trip if you didn't eat your way around Epcot on at least one of your vacation days, right? Because this park is the park to hit up for some of the most unique theme park snacks around. To be fair, the best Epcot snacks are going to be the ones you find inside World Showcase, but we'll save that area for later. In World Celebration, you've got some fun items, but I wouldn't blame you if you saved room for the pavilions instead. The one place, however, you absolutely need to swing by in this area when it comes to sorta kinda snacks is Club Cool, since this place serves up free sample-sized portions of international sodas. Now, just a heads up, if you've never been to Epcot and someone in your family offers you a clear soda sample cup and says, "Here, try this," with no further explanation, it's a trap. Just trust me. And if you're cool with spending a little extra dough for more sophisticated light bites, the adults-only Geo82 Lounge does require reservations, but the munchies here are as interesting as they are flavorful. Expect to find stuff like artisanal cheese boards, my personal favorite, cannellini hummus, fungi flatbread, truffled ahi tuna, Bria's personal favorite, and the jumbo lump crab gâteau. Now, Epcot, as I said, food lovers' dream, but maybe don't go searching for the best snacks this has to offer in World Discovery. Yes, you're going to find a Joffrey's kiosk here with some exclusive cold brew and slushy options on offer. And yeah, there's also the refreshment station, which is great for kiddos looking for a slushy treat they can load up with candy toppings of their choosing. But again, World Showcase, really where it's going to be when it comes to Epcot's best snacks. That being said, you might want to consider booking a reservation for the Space 220 Lounge or seeing if walk-up availability is open at the Space 220 bar so you can grab some flight bites in a really cool out-of-this-world setting. Some of our favorite flight bites here are the Astro Deviled Eggs, the Starry Calamari, and the Blue Moon Cauliflower, which is fried cauliflower in house-made hot sauce sprinkled with blue cheese dust. Okay, before we finally make it to the World Showcase, let's make a pit stop in Sunshine Seasons at World Nature to take a look at their dessert case, because the desserts at Sunshine Seasons, although they kind of vary and shift out every once in a while, usually you can find something really good here. Like, they've been doing these artisanal cookies that are kind of like crumble cookie dupes, and those sometimes will have a really good option. And the peanut butter whoopie pie is my favorite. Now, it is off the menu at the moment, although we are seeing that it's coming back. So we keep checking just to make sure we're there as soon as it arrives. Okay, finally, we've made it to World Showcase. I know, this is best snacks in every Disney World park, but I do want to talk to, a few of the other lands codes, just letting you know what's there if you happen to be in them. But anyway, World Showcase. We are here. Definitely have a list of snacks I want to quickly shout out, so get ready. Let's start in Norway, over at Kringla Bakery og Cafe. This is a quaint little bakery that'll welcome you into the area right before you get in line for Frozen Ever After. Here you're going to find a variety of Norwegian pastries, though if you know me, you know my all-time favorite has got to be the skullbread, which is a sweet roll filled with custard and dipped in coconut. Moving right along to Germany, kind of cool to say that, right? Like, where else can you walk out of Norway and end up in Germany? Let your nose guide you to Karamelkusche. This is a caramel lover's dream come true. The caramel treats here are made fresh daily, and you can see that for yourself thanks to the open kitchen area where cast members are hard at work getting those snacks whipped up for you. The only problem is they all smell and look so good. So what do you prioritize here? Well, you can't really go wrong with fresh caramel, so I'd say go with your gut and pick the one that's calling out to you the loudest, or the 5 that are calling out to you the loudest. Now, here are some of the DFB team's favorites and my favorites. Of course, the fresh caramel corn, really, really good. The caramel butter bar, which sometimes gets a seasonal flavor overlay, so be on the hunt for that. The caramel liqueur flight, which comes in 4 different alcohol-inspired flavors. Pretty much any of the caramel cookie sandwiches, but especially the gingerbread version. That one's available right now. It comes in for the holiday season. And the thing that is really my favorite, and I have just confirmed this because I went to Karamelkusche 2 weeks ago and got 5 items and ate them all, is the caramel chocolate cupcake. That salted caramel frosting is just incredible. The denseness of the chocolate cake, it's like a brownie. I love it. I don't know, that's hands down my favorite, even though nobody ever talks about it. Anyway, I know that was a lot, but we're not done with Germany just yet. Tucked in the back of the Germany pavilion, you can find Summerfest, which might not look like much at first, but this place is the keeper of that pretzel bread pudding that the DFB team and I love. Not only is it moist and dense and slightly salty and drizzled with this light vanilla anglaise and caramel, it is absolutely delicious, but it's also under $5. I know. Okay, one more pavilion I want to shout out, and then I've got to move on. Otherwise, this will just become a full Epcot snack video, and we've already got those types of videos on the channel for you. But can't talk about the best snacks in Disney World without spending some time in the France Pavilion. If you don't know where to go in Epcot to snack, make the France Pavilion your default because there's no shortage of good sweet and savory stuff here. Les Halles Boulangerie Patisserie is the big one. It's got your under $5 baguettes, it's got your soups in a bread bowl, it's got your pucker-worthy raspberry lime macarons, it's got your quiches that are way cheaper than what you're gonna find anywhere else nearby. It's got those chocolate-dipped croissants that are as big as your head. If France equals crepes to you, you hit up the Crepes Emporté window for a small selection of sweet crepes and savory galettes. But let's not leave without grabbing some ice cream from L'Artisan de Glace. This tiny ice cream shop has a selection of 16 fresh daily flavors, which you can add to brioche pressed ice cream sandwiches, or ice cream martinis, or ice cream cappuccinos, or in a classic bowl or cone in its purest form. Okay, one more Epcot snack option I need to tell you about, and yes, I need to talk about this one because it might just be the best of them all, the Epcot Festival food booths. Throughout the year, Epcot's got those 4 festivals you could experience: Festival of the Arts, which of course we call Farts, Flower and Garden, International Food and Wine, and Festival of the Holidays. And along with the theming, these festivals all center around musical performances and exclusive activities, limited time merchandise, and my personal favorite part, pop-up food booths serving tapas-sized eats. With each new festival, the DFB team and I release an updated version of our DFB Festival Guide, which you can find over on dfbstore.com. These guides serve as reliable digital companions to help make sure you don't miss out on any of those Epcot Fest must-dos. We also release festival videos right after a new fest begins, going over a few of our personal favorite highlights from the different food booths. So be on the lookout for those in the future. So talk about adventurous snacking. Animal Kingdom's middle name is Adventurous Snacks. I don't have a birth certificate, but I can prove it just by showing you all the unique sweet and savory stuff this park has. That said, this is not the best way for me to start off if I want to prove to you that the snacks around Animal Kingdom are one of a kind. But I'm going to start by shouting out my birthday fries from Flame Tree Barbecue anyways. Crispy fries, pulled pork, barbecue sauce, lots of glorious plastic cheese on top. It is no wonder that I order these loaded fries off the sides menu anytime I'm in Animal Kingdom on my birthday, and to be fair, just about any other time I'm in Animal Kingdom, because this snack was made for me, the plastic cheese. For me, the person who literally named plastic cheese. cheese. I also want to talk about the baked mac and cheese that Discovery Island offers up, but it just needs to stay still for 5 seconds, please. In case you're not up on all the mac and cheese drama, yeah, bet you didn't know mac and cheese could really get reality TV on you, but it can in Animal Kingdom. 8 Spoon Cafe used to be the keeper of these tasty baked mac and cheese options, but then during the summer, 8 Spoon Cafe gave their mac and cheese the boot, and Smiling Crocodile took them in instead. But whatever, we'll follow you, mac and cheese. We just want a spiral golden goodness of yourself. And then, because Animal Kingdom apparently wasn't done playing this fun game of mac and cheese musical chairs, the mac and cheese was moved back to the 8 Spoon Cafe menu just recently. So currently, you can get baked mac and cheeses topped with pulled pork or buffalo chicken at 8 Spoon Cafe. But even though the plain mac and cheese option isn't listed on the menu, you can still request it for a couple dollars less than the others. I know, always ask, my friends, always ask. Now hold on, because the drama doesn't stop there. On October 20th, Animal Kingdom officially closed Dino Bite Snacks and Trilo Bites over in Dinoland, USA, as the park continues to get ready for the new Tropical Americas themed Pueblo Esperanza Land, which is slated to open later on in 2027. Thanks to 8 Spoon Cafe and its ever-changing menu, it looks as if my buffalo chicken chips that used to be at Trilo Bites have been saved. Thank you, 8 Spoon. I forgive you for being weird with the mac and cheese. And the buffalo chicken chips are a unique take on a classic nacho basket featuring seasoned house-made chips loaded with pulled buffalo chicken, arugula, crunchy diced celery, diced tomatoes, and lots of blue cheese dressing. Okay, if I didn't give Nomad Lounge a quick mention, I think all the regular DFB viewers out there would assume I was abducted by aliens, so let me put your mind at ease. Not abducted, still love Nomad Lounge, as well as its various handmade cocktails and lounge bites. And the DFB team and I especially love the lounge bites, like the gluten-free churros, which are stumpier than your average churro, but also better quality than any churro you've ever had. These churros also come with a side of 2 dipping sauces, one typically being vanilla crema and the other being whatever seasonal, so there's a mystery element every time you order them. And let's not forget, never forget the Tiffin's bread service, which comes with various breads and pitas that you can dip in sauces like coconut curry, guava, and ginger pear chutney. Not your average bread and butter, and I'm okay with that. All right, moving into Pandora. Bria does not understand my love for the Pongo Lumpia that lives on the Pongu Pongu menu, but maybe you will understand. This is a fried spring roll filled with pineapple cream cheese, warm spring roll and pineapple cream cheese that you can get for under $5. I do not know what she doesn't see in it. It is light, it's creamy, it's got a little crunch to it, it's dusted in sugar, so you've got all that sugary goodness. It is incredible, and I will get it for breakfast every single time I am in Animal Kingdom. Okay, Bria and I don't agree on everything. In fact, we don't agree on really almost anything, but what we do agree on, besides the sour cherry balls that I established earlier, is that the cheeseburger prods from Satuli Canteen can be a great snack option if you order them off the kids menu, because then it just comes with 1 cheeseburger stuffed bao bun instead of 2. And you get a mandarin orange and veggie chips and your choice of water or low-fat milk to go along with your kids' meal, all for under $10. So that's pretty hard to beat, especially when it comes to Disney prices. In Africa, we're going to talk first about the grilled corn with African spices. Much like 8 Spoon mac and cheese, tracking down Africa's grilled corn can bring on its own onslaught of challenges. Most of the time, you can find it at the Harambe Fruit Market, though, so go there first. Now, for some savory African treats that are a bit more stable in their ways, Mr. Kamal's has those seasoned fry baskets, appropriately called Mr. Kamal's fries. They come with a side of sriracha mayo, though they used to have a lot of dipping sauces back in the day, so I guess the snack isn't as stable as I originally claimed it to be, but honestly, who of us is? And then you've also got the fried till golden chicken dumplings that come in a 3 count here at Mr. Kamal's and are served with a side of ponzu sauce. Over in Asia, even if you don't have a chance to sit down and eat at the Yak and Yeti table service, the restaurant's quick service component, Yak and Yeti Local Food Cafes, has a nice selection of entrees. Plus, they've got those sides and desserts that you can easily make into an afternoon snack. In the savory department, you got options like pork egg rolls, crispy pork pot stickers, and the massive portion of chicken fried rice that's easy to share, but also easy to make a full-on meal. But really, if I'm planning on snacking here, I'm going the dessert route and I'm grabbing one of those mini mango pies since they are light and refreshing and they have just the right ratio of graham cracker crust to silky tart mango filling. We have made it to Hollywood Studios, where the streets are paved in snacks. Whether you're on the hunt for a familiar dessert, an out there savory bite, or some unique mixture in between, Hollywood Studios has a surprising amount of tasty treats available as long as you know where to look. All right, all you longtime DFB viewers out there, what do you think I'm gonna say first? I promise it's not a trick question. It's the Hollywood Studios snack that pops up for any of our DFB Best of Snack videos. And that's the Trolley Car Cafe's carrot cake cookie, or the carrot cake whoopie pie, whatever you want to call it. You used to get it at Rider Stop, then you got it at Sweet Spells, and now it's over there at Trolley Car Cafe. And I know those of you who are new here have no idea what Rider Stop or Sweet Spells is, which is very, very sad. Don't worry, we will still welcome you with open arms. This is 2 thick carrot cake cookie rounds that are sandwiching a thick cream cheese filling. Now, when I say thick, I don't mean overly sugary or that kind of icing that gets stuck to the roof of your mouth. I mean, there's a generous amount of it, but it still manages to be somewhat light and have that heavier cream cheese flavor that makes it stand out from your average vanilla icing. Over in Echo Lake, when it comes to really good Hollywood Studios snacks, Echo Lake gets slept on. Listen, I know Backlot Express doesn't look like a lot on the outside, but inside this quick service, you're going to find a production warehouse dining room, plus a variety of entrees from burgers to teriyaki bowls, and a good selection of sides and desserts that'll make for a great afternoon pick-me-up. Now, I'm all about the fries and cheese sauce here. I know, you are shocked, right? But I especially love that Backlot is really heavy-handed on the cheese sauce, which is great because I usually order an extra cup on top of my extra cup of plastic cheese at other plastic cheese holding locations. So there's my confession of the day. You're welcome and no judgment. Now, this is also where you can find the infamous Wookiee cookie, which is also known to have its good days and its bad days, because don't we all? The Wookiee cookie is like the older sibling of a Little Debbie oatmeal cream pie, but the cookies are thicker. There's usually more frosting filling, and there's a chocolate strip across it that represents Chewbacca's bandolier statement piece. Now look, we found a new Disney treat that comes with a hat. Out of all of Disney's new specialty cold brew options, the Epic Cold Brew Spectacular has to be my favorite, at least from an aesthetic standpoint. This is a vanilla-flavored Joffrey's cold brew coffee, complete with cookie butter cold foam and a chocolate Indiana Jones fedora on top. Even if you're not a huge cold brew fan, Epic Eats has some epic funnel cakes for sale too, much like you'd grab at the state fair before getting on the Tilt-A-Whirl, except these are massive. You can get the classic golden funnel cake with powdered sugar, or upgrade your funnel cake game with a scoop of ice cream and additional toppings like strawberries or cookies and cream, or a fun seasonal option if one is available when you're there. Echo Lake might be underrated in the snack department, but Commissary Lane is more appropriately rated. There's just not a lot of snack options to choose from here, which makes sense. It's a pretty narrow strip of the park anyways. That being said, ABC Commissary has won us over when it comes to their quick service entrees these past few years. It's had a significant renaissance, including options like street tacos, Mediterranean salads, and a buffalo chicken grilled cheese that I love, but others seem to be slightly horrified by. To each their own. ABC is also a decent stop to find seasonal dessert options that could include cheesecake or mousse domes or cream puffs or something else that's innovative and at least fun to snap pictures of before eating. So I'm pretty much the world's biggest hypocrite, and that's because I tell y'all all the time to give new Disney locations a chance, even if they hurt your feelings by replacing a classic Disney attraction or restaurant that used to be one of your favorites. And yet here I am still having hurt feelings about Baseline Tap House replacing the Writer's Stop all those years ago, because how cool would it have been to see my Disney Adults book on the Writer's Stop shelves? I don't know if it would have been possible, but I like to think it could have been if Baseline hadn't shown up. Okay, it's not Baseline's fault that Writer's Stop had to be replaced. At least I'm not going to blame it for that. And I do have to admit that their savory munchies, like the Avenue chips with beer cheese, and the Bavarian pretzel, also with beer cheese and spicy mustard, and the California cheese and charcuterie plate are pretty solid options if you're looking for substantial savory snacks to share. But I'm gonna pout while I munch on them the whole time anyways. So Galaxy's Edge prides itself on taking theme park snacks and putting them in an intergalactic Star Wars-like spin so that you can take a bite and go, oh, I bet Kylo Ren ate this once. Not every snack here is going to be a surefire winner though, and some of them are going to be way more controversial than others. I can distinctly remember going to Galaxy's Edge for the first time and giving the tip that you should probably eat before you come here. Anyway, there's still some good snacks in here. All of us can agree that Ronto Roasters is probably our preferred place to grab a snack in this area of the park. And I'm gonna go the classic Ronto Wrap route or the breakfast Ronto Wrap. That one's my favorite. And Bria's gonna go the Zucchi Wrap route for a pita stuffed with grilled zucchini, smoky chickpea onion slaw, creamy garlic tahini sauce, and fresh cilantro. But one thing we do not agree on is that Outpost popcorn mix at Katsaka's Kettle. Once again, Bria and my palates are like day and night because she loves this stuff and says it reminds her of a slightly spicy version of kettle corn, and I think it tastes way too artificial and weird, and I'd much rather munch on a normal, salty, buttered popcorn option instead. Heading over to Animation Courtyard. So Animation Courtyard in and of itself kind of doesn't exist anymore, like Disney's demolishing it. But right next door is the neighborhood bakery, and this is right as you kind of walk out of Animation Courtyard and you're headed towards Toy Story Land. This is where you're going to get Jack Jack's Num Num cookie. You can get it at the market and at Neighborhood Bakery, I should clarify that. And these cookies are big and thick. They look like a tart, like a fruit tart or something. That's kind of how they're shaped. Slightly crunchy outer rim, soft center, warm gooey chocolate chips, always served warm, which I love. So love this one. Here we go all the way down Sunset Boulevard to find more unexpectedly delicious Hollywood Studios snacks. First up, we got the waffle bowls from Fairfax Fair. Over here, you can order 4 different savory waffle bowls that are easy to share, but also to not share if you want to make a full meal out of it. Now, 3 of these, the barbecued beef, the buffalo chicken, and the Korean barbecue pork belly bowls, are all nestled on a little fluffy pile of mashed potatoes, which is phenomenal. The soba noodle bowl does not have mashed potatoes, it's just got those noodles, so make your choice carefully. Just around the corner of Fairfax and inside the Tower of Terror Courtyard, you'll sometimes find a Joffrey's kiosk, which is often the keeper of the highly elusive Terror cookie. This is made with white chocolate chips, Oreo bits, and a dusting of cinnamon sugar on top. Then the cookie itself is a regular sugar cookie, but dyed purple to make it look all terror-y and stuff. Okay, we've made it over to Toy Story Land, and that means I get to ooh and ah over the sweet and savory snacks at Woody's Lunchbox. Okay, I'm not talking about loaded fries this time. You are proud of me. Instead, I'm talking about loaded tots. Yep, tots plus nachos is tachos. And when you order the tachos over at Woody's Lunchbox, expect those tots to be loaded up with corn chips and chili and cheese. Comfort food in a bowl. For a sweet treat option, the Lunchbox tarts are a colorful choice. They're very reminiscent of a Pop-Tart, just Disney's version of it. Usually you find the raspberry Lunchbox tart on the menu with raspberry marmalade stuffed inside a pastry that's coated in strawberry fondant and crispy pearls. But along with the raspberry version, be on the lookout for seasonal Lunchbox tarts. Those change out regularly. We just recently saw one that was kind of themed to Sid from Toy Story, which was awesome. Okay, guess what, you guys? I've got an entire Ranking Every Disney World snack series up on our YouTube channel now, so if this has sort of whet your appetite, no pun intended, go ahead and start with ranking every snack in Magic Kingdom, or one of the others. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. And don't forget that we've also got those handy dandy Best Disney World snacks for under $10 wallpapers that we want to send your way for free right now, and all you have to do is go to disneyfoodblog.com/under10. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.